Hi challengers. So this is the day 2 mini workout breakdown, exercise breakdown. I'm in my office at home slash craft room slash kids just throw stuff anywhere around in here. Really, when you have a 2-year-old in the house, don't even bother designating any given room for any given thing because it just is taken over. So I'm here tonight and I'll try to work out in different spaces throughout my house and maybe even at other places just to kind of show you that you can really work out anywhere as long as you have a little space where you're not going to break anything. But anyway, today's mini workout is an upper body workout, and you'll need a few things besides maybe a towel to lay on or a mat if you're working on a hard surface. Maybe if you happen to have some little weights, some hand weights, that's fine. If not though, no worries. I'm sure you have something heavy laying around your house, heavier, that you can use, just pick up and use. And I'll show you what you can use in place of that. And you also would need a chair, like a kitchen chair or a bench. I've even used the windowsill in my bedroom. You'll see when we get to it what we have to do. So we have 4 exercises. Remember, 2 rounds, 2 exercises in each round, and we do each round. We repeat the round 2 times. Each exercise lasts a minute with a 20-second break in between. So the first exercise we're going to do are push-ups. Yay! The second exercise is, let me check my list so I can remember. Oh, we're going to do lateral raises. So that's the first round set of exercises. The second round is tricep dips. Sometimes you might see them called press-ups. And the second exercise in that is a plank. Classic. So push-ups. Demonstration for you here. If you're able to do them on your toes, fantastic. Your placement of your hands, and I'm going to show you from the front here. Your placement for your hands is going to be just a little wider than shoulder width apart, right? So if I'm here on my knees, when I come down, my elbows go out to the sides, right? We're just doing a classic push-up. And you want to keep your head in line with your spine, right? So we're not coming down, trying not to. Sometimes I do when I'm pushing really hard. We all do stuff. So just come down and up. You kind of want to keep your gaze just a few inches out in front of your hands. If you are modifying, you're going to want to make sure that you're on your knees. And the idea is to have a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. So hips up like this is going to be a little bit easier modification, obviously. This is going to be the most difficult modification before you would come up onto your toes, right? There's another way to modify. If neither of those are available to you, you can lean onto a wall. So you'll just, we're going to pretend this wall is right here, right? I got to get off of my... And you'll step your feet back and lean against the wall and do a push-up. I'm just going to show you on this wall. You know? Hi! And you'll just do the push-up. But you need to have a little bit of an angle. Your body needs to be a little bit of an angle. So this would be your head, this would be your feet. So that would be another way to further modify if even doing them on your knees is not available. Lateral raises. This is where you're going to need to use something heavy, a weight. You can use one weight, and a lateral raise, you're going to lay on your back with your holding on to either end of the weight. You're going to lower the weight down behind your head, and you're going to raise it up. And when you do that, you want your navel to drop down towards your spine, almost like you're pressing the small of your back down into the ground. You don't want to be arching right when you go back. So keep the small of your back pressed down. Keep your heels dug down into the ground. I know you can't see them, but you want to keep them like they're cemented to the floor, right? Engage your quads. You see when I kind of shift my knees up, my quads engage. If you make everything really nice and solid, engaged right here, this is going to be, it's going to support your back and all of that stuff so you're not getting hurt. Another option, if you want to add a little bit more weight and you have another hand weight, is to hold them at shoulder width and do the same thing. If you have no weights, this is something I found in less than a minute. This is my husband's case of poker chips. So you can just lower it. Just make sure it's closed, right? Because that would not be good. Use a mess to clean up. So you just take it back and lift it up. You could use an encyclopedia. You could use anything. I can see any number of things around this room right now that I could probably use. A album of CDs that I have over there, you know, because I don't use CDs anymore. They just sit collecting dust. So that would be the weight that you can use for that. Tricep dips. This is the one where you're going to need a chair or a bench, or like I said, a windowsill. You're going to take the chair. You're going to take your feet out a little bit further. So right here, they're at a right angle. Take your feet out a little bit further, and you're going to hover over the edge of the seat. You're going to take your butt out a little bit. Your fingers are pointed like right at your bottom. Your elbows are going to bend back as you lower yourself down and come back up. If you want to make this a little bit more difficult, you can extend a leg. You could do one set with one leg extended, the other set with the other leg extended, or you could do like 30 seconds one leg, 30 seconds the other leg. That's a way to make it a little bit more difficult. Another way would be to fully extend your legs like that instead of having them bent at all. So, and to modify it, to make it a little bit easier, just make it less of a bend. Okay? So ideally this is where you're going to go. You're not going to go further than that right angle right there. And then come up. Okay, so that's tricep dips. And I said I used a windowsill in my bedroom before. You can do that if that works. Plank. Plank is going to be elbows underneath your shoulders, on your toes. I'll try to get here so you can see me. You want to make sure you have a straight line from your shoulders to your heels, right? Your navel rises up towards your spine. If that's not possible, you're going to put your knees down and make sure you have a straight line from your shoulders to your knees, right? So no butt sticking up in the air for plank, all right? We're going to do all of those exercises for a minute. That includes the plank, holding a plank for a minute. I know it does not sound like a lot of fun. So do what you can. Stay up for 10 seconds, come down for 5, up for 10, down for whatever you have to do to push yourself. So for instance, when I was trying to get better at doing push-ups, during this round of 1 minute, a 1 minute set of push-ups, I would try, when I was trying to get them up onto my toes, I'd do 5 on my toes, then I would go down for 5 on my knees. And I kept finagling that ratio, you know, so I was up to at one point doing 10 on my toes and 5 on my knees. I kept the knees at the same to try to just challenge yourself, right? Because what do we say? If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. You're not going to get stronger if you're not stepping your toe over that line. So those are the exercises for day 2's mini workout and upper body workout. That's all the breakdowns. So make sure that you're paying attention to your alignment, all those different cues that I just told you, and I will see you in the workout.